Hey guys, quick look. I just dug this last 1, 2, 3, 4, so 6 holes, so I got them half done. And as you can see, underneath there's last year's sticks and stuff, and some big pieces of styrofoam. I threw some up on top, as you can see, because it floated to the top. So I left that all layer down there with a bunch of that styrofoam down there, and now I threw some of the last year's stalks. As you can see, here's the main part of it, a piece of it anyway, half of it, and so that's going down there. That'll feed her good, and yeah, break her up nice, and that'll turn into mulch and like that up here with little pieces of wood in it, you know. I'll throw all that on first. I'll scrape all this styrofoam here up first and throw that on top of that now. And then I'll fill in the dirt, these bigger chunks, like this here. Get that plastic out of there. See, that's last year's stuff. You got leaves, and now what I'm going to do here is throw a layer of leaf on it from my lawn so I can get rid of that and use it as a perishable thing. And next year I'll dig it up, mix it up a little down there, do the same thing. But I got to get some boxes like this and box them in like that. Yeah, that's an old that's the square to my window over there. I just got to get some chunks of wood, find some, figure it out. Here's some chunks of 4x4 there. Looks like there's some boards laying there. Yeah, I'll have to see what I can find around here, what I got. So yeah, I dug this one out last night. I already told you, but I don't know if that video went through, so I'm making another one quick. I'll show you what I did. That's the pickaxe. I pulled these rocks, that pile of rock out of here, and that pile of rock from over there it was, I had to square it out because it was a circle. So, and then I put this around the circle. This came later after I dug the hole I found and threw on there after I changed my window. So I squared it out better for this plant. This would be a monster. I could see where the rocks were hindering it, and it was only going to the rocks. So yeah, it's gonna be a whole new ball game. I'm gonna throw some perlite in here and soften her up down there. And I got a bunch of styrofoam. You can see that brick over there. I saved a bunch of styrofoam from stuff like that. That one's flying around in the yard. But yeah, I throw them in there. I go down there, clean up any plastic or anything. Get that spoon out of there and stuff. And then I'll throw some stuff down there to mulch up, like the old roots right here, the old stalks. I got piles of it. That's why I save it. I throw it next to you can see the old stalks. This is a husky boot, so it's a pretty big boot. Big old stalk. Oh, a little close here. Get you back. There we go. This is last year's, I don't know which ones, but so I'll throw all that stuff in the bottom. Gotta clean all the plastic out of this stuff, and see, I put old plates in there. It's styrofoam, it's fine for it. It's just what the same thing does is that little balls, and it just keeps getting broken up smaller and smaller. It's good for the soil as far as I care. It's good for my soil. So I don't know how it's going to be on the environment, but I just don't know. I don't think it's going to hurt it. It's going to air it. The plastic, of course. Yeah, I'm going to take that out of there. I got to move these mounds. This one I got to move. That one, them two, and one over there. Half of them, 6 of them I want to move. So I got to get busy, guys. It took me about a half hour to do this hole to get it out. So this one here took me about 20 minutes or so. So I gotta dig one right there, and hopefully, and then I gotta dig that one up and move it there. So I got 12 holes to dig. Yeah, I gotta get busy if I'm gonna get this done. Holy smokes, I'm gonna just move the worst ones. That's all I can do. And then I gotta fill them back in. So I got a ton of work here. Nobody's coming to help. I got to get her done. Good thing I'm a beast. So that's for sure. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Whoop, whoop.